Baby, we got some things to talk about. We got some things from a therapist perspective. Okay. Woo wee. This relationship right here, out of all the Black people who got passed through. Okay, I'm gonna just say I'm not the most PC person. If you're new here, I'm Denise Brady. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist. I keep it real 100, okay? No PC, okay? None of that over here, straight shooter. So make sure you tap in, you hit that like, you subscribe, you do all the things to help and support this channel. Now I remember seeing a graphic with so many Black people, okay? Men, women, successful careers, had things going for themselves. And here we are. Here we are. This is what made it through. Okay, this is what made it through. All right. KB and Edmond. Now we see him in the pods. And then, everything gets real when you see the other person. And now, even when she saw him, it's really you. Okay, it's really you. His quirky, awkward self. And then we get to Mexico. Okay, we get to Mexico and we see how he functions in a social setting with other couples, with other women. Though we saw him in the pods, even when old boy got his heart broken. Okay, I just can't look at you, man, without crying. I just can't look at you, man, without crying. Okay. And as a therapist, I feel like Black men need spaces to feel safe, to be vulnerable, to be seen, to be accepted. And oftentimes we hear, protect Black men, let them be safe, let them be vulnerable, let them show up as themselves, show up more than just a provider, more than just a man who's supposed to be masculine. We hear that, right? I hear it, I say it, I preach it, I say it in my sessions. Okay. But you are on the show to be married, to jump the broom, to say I do. And my brother, I just don't think you are there. Okay. Looking at these first 6 episodes, the way he behaved in the pods, his quirky self, at what point do we recognize and be honest that there's too much work to be done here? Okay. And I'm not saying he can't be in a relationship, but this ain't about a relationship. This is about a marriage. I'm supposed to say I do to you in 8 weeks. Is it 8 weeks or 4? Okay, y'all know I get them and Married at First Sight mixed up. In a matter of weeks, I'm supposed to say yes to you, my forever, my protector, the head. Okay, I am the neck, you are the head. And as we are journeying through to Mexico, we see Edmond and her frolicking with the other couples. And I wonder for you guys, a lot of y'all are KB. Maybe you think I finally found my person who I can be soft with, who might be my protector, who I can just be me. No lashes, no weave, no wig, no contacts. All of me. Is that Edmond? Is that Edmond? Can you see past the things that are not, there yet? The potential? Is it the potential that you fall in love with? Okay. And at what point does it go from he just needs a little bit of some lotion and I'm here to rub it on him and help him see different things versus I am crafting a man. Okay. I want y'all to let me know what is the difference between you see the potential and they just need a little bit of something, a little bit of seasoning versus scissors, glue, tape, gorilla glue. Okay. I think this is a situation where we are past the potential, and I think it's more of a crafting situation. Okay. Because she asked a question, as they get on to being in Baja, what would you do? Well, first, for me, I first saw the wheels turning in her head when they were in the bathroom and there was a fly or something. And she asked him to kill the fly and get rid of it. That's when I saw her wheels turning like, oh, you're not going to kill the fly? You can't kill a fly? I saw the way she paused. And then you just see the, damn, what did I get myself into? You can't kill a fly, a fly, a fly. You don't want no troubles with the fly? What's going to happen when I need you to be my protector from the world as a Black woman? What happens then if you don't want no beef with the fly? And then we see her ask the question: if we were in a club and we got into it, somebody bumped me or something, how would you handle it? How would you handle it? Well, I don't want no smoke, so I'm gonna go over there and get security. Was that the right answer? Was it the wrong answer? Because some people feel like we're living in a world now where you really don't know what people are capable of, what's going on with them. So you don't want to punch the bear. You don't want to tap the bear and end up in your life be gone over you trying to defend somebody. But I think it's a little bit deeper than that because it's not so much about that situation. I think we as Black women want to feel protected by our partners against the world that when we step foot in our house, you're my protector. I can trust you. I can trust you to protect us. Now, if I can't trust you to protect us in public, what happens when we at home? And I just need that, like, to be seen, to be heard. And I think when she asked that question after the fly incident, those wheels were still turning. And there's a part of me that feels like she was testing his masculinity because you start to see some things. And it's like, I don't know about this. I don't know about this. But those real life situations can happen. You at the store, some dude trying to approach you, talk to you, want your number, and your husband on the other aisle. So when he come over to the cereal aisle and see this man trying to talk to you, is he going to protect you? Is he going to say something? Or is he just going to stand there in the back and wait till he finished talking to you and then say, "Oh, okay, well, he's done, so let's go pay for our groceries." Is that okay? Is that acceptable? Because we need to feel protected. And I'm not quite sure if he can protect us, let alone himself. Let alone himself. And I get that he's been in foster care. Probably really didn't have a lot of nurturing, that foundation that you get from that provider, that parental force, whether that's bio, step, foster, resource parent, whatever it is. I don't think he got that. And I wonder about his early childhood development. Was he always in foster care? Did he go into it? I want to know more about that because that is what we're getting here. Someone who is not emotionally intelligent, someone who just has a lot of, things they need to work on. And I think KB is a person who sees past that. But once again, at what point do we ignore what's in front of us because we really want love? And will this relationship become one about mothering? We don't talk enough about how we as Black women end up mothering our husbands, our partners, our boyfriends because of the potential that we see. And it becomes this invisible labor that we do, whether it's emotional, physical, constantly pouring, pouring, pouring. And then we're hurting. And once again, it's another person in my life who does not see my pain, who does not see my hurt, my exhaustion. And then you become another child. We have children, and then you're the third child in my life. I'm having to take care of everybody, and I lose myself in this relationship. Okay, I lose myself. Now, we also see this over here. Okay, before I get to the bedroom scene, I'm gonna get to it, y'all. Him putting lotion on, I believe, is her name Madison? Y'all know I'm not good with names, y'all. Okay, him putting lotion on old girl feet. Was that appropriate? Was he just having a little bit too much fun? Even the girl herself said, okay, you're doing too much now. Do I need to leave because you're doing too much? He does not, to me, read social cues, which could be something else there. Could it be a little tism sprinkled in, maybe? Okay. Some of y'all I've seen in the comments say like he was definitely in special ed. It ain't nothing, y'all, wrong with being in special ed, needing a little bit of support, needing a little bit of extra attention. But I just don't want that attention as an adult to have to come from your wife. That your wife becomes that surrogate mother you never had. Okay. And at this, excursion where everybody gets together, we then see him talking to the guys. Okay. Talking to the guys, saying, oh, I got a hit before we get married. Now that to me didn't sound like him. That sounded like more something I'm supposed to say that I hear the people I hang around saying. It didn't really feel authentic. Now the meaning behind it was true. Okay. He wants he was popping before he get married. But I just feel like the way he said it felt more like this is what I'm supposed to be saying. This is a conversation I'm supposed to be having with these men to relate. And often men, the only way they know how to communicate is through talking about women, having sex with women, being intimate with them. Um, that is a way that men relate. That's not always the healthiest thing, especially if you're like Edmond and you don't know how to relate to other men because you're so different. Once again, those social cues. Okay. And so he finds out that the other men have all been intimate with their partners. Like, all y'all? And even Anton tries to explain to him, yes, in a different situation, maybe I would have wanted to be intimate with someone a little bit sooner, but they're all trying to explain to him in a very polite way, like, this is supposed to be your wife. Give her some time, which is interesting because they've all had sex, but they're telling him to wait. So that's a little interesting right there. But it's almost like when he finds out that the other men have been intimate, he spirals. He doesn't know what to do with himself. It's like, oh, y'all all? I'm the only one? Me? What's wrong with me if we're not doing the do either? It must be something. And so as the day progresses, everybody's drunk. Like, y'all gave these fools a lot of liquor this season because we see two of them can't handle it. Okay. We're going to get to the other couples. All right. In another video. But we see how it's starting to really, I'm not going to get to him crying first. They're having a conversation. Okay, once again, the feet rubbing. She take off her lashes. They having some conversation, talking about which couple's gonna make it, which one's not. Have we really seen this kind of conversation in the past? I don't know if we really have, but now they start talking about other people being intimate. The things he heard, her telling that Allie was actually on her period, which I don't know if she should have shared that information. Why did Edmond need to know that? That's her personal business. Okay. But she's also sharing and talking about how, how she is on her cycle and how I think this is a very good conversation to know and read how people are during different times of the month. Oftentimes we don't recognize our phases, our moods, and how those things affect our partners, not only that, but ourselves. So I am enjoying the fact that she's having this conversation so he can know she's communicating, hey, during this time, these are my needs to help me get through this cycle of the month. I don't really like to be touched. I love you, but go away and get out my face. Okay. I think more people need to have conversations about how different things affect them. Triggers, work stress. This was potentially a good conversation. Okay, that most people don't have. And I think it's important as women to have these conversations so that your partners know, hey, during that time of the month, I can't do nothing. I can't get out the bed. I'm just stuck in the bed. Maybe it's that you don't have nothing. You don't have no cramps, no nothing. You all good. But verbalize your needs. Verbalize how how this might affect your relationship. Okay. And then they get on the topic of sex in their relationship. Okay. He's like, I'm the only one that ain't getting none. And you want to wait to how you want to wait till we get married, but you've been intimate with people you don't even fuck with. You never even liked some of these people and you had one night stands with me, giving you everything. And I can't get nothing. I can't get nothing. I can't, I can't sniff a lick. And to me, this conversation is I've been doing all this for you, so I should be rewarded. You know, over here we talk about the fruit snacks. Okay. I've been pouring, pouring, pouring. Where's my fruit snack? You should be giving something to me since I'm giving something to you. And that is toxic reciprocation in relationships. You should be giving and pouring in because you love me, because you want to be with me, because you want to marry me, not because you want a fruit snack and a juice pack. It should not be like that. And watching this man cry, okay, have a complete crash out. Look at this face. A complete crash out because she wants to wait for weeks and put behind the behaviors, the way she moved in relationships in the past. And she explains to him, yeah, in the past, I did some things, but I want to move different. This is a marriage. This is not, I'm at the club, you smelling good, you bought me some drinks. This ain't the big, hey, big head, you sent me a text message. Okay. I am trying to move more mature and with intention. And instead, I think all he hears is, we're not going to have sex. I really got to wait. Where's the active listening? It ain't none. Okay. He's so stuck in his mind of like the physical intimacy. Why? I'm always a nice guy. Nice guys finish last. See, this is why I don't want to be nice to nobody. This is why. This is why. Literally punching the air. Because she's setting boundaries, expectations, and being upfront with him. Like I said, this is a craft project. You got your popsicle sticks. You see the potential of the project. No. You should not be going into a marriage that's already on the outside functioning as a project. And I think I saw something that said that she was crazy. Where did y'all get that from? So far, these episodes, I have not seen anything that gives crazy. I haven't. Okay. But this man needs to come sit on somebody's couch. Like I said, not mine. Not my couch. Okay. And I don't think that, he should have been sitting on the couch of Love is Blind. Once again, out of all the men who got here, how? Sway. Oh. There were so many men who once again became furniture. Women who became furniture, support system to the other women in their dates. Okay. Edmond, Edmond, Edmond. This is a very hurt little boy. And I think we need safe spaces for men to be vulnerable. But I don't think those spaces are on Love is Blind. I don't think they are in a marriage at this point of a TV show going into a marriage. This man is just crashing out. Because what, you can't get some? So you want her to be the woman she was 2-3 years ago in this moment right here. Just because you feel left out. And you know what is triggering? Cries from abandonment. Okay? Like, oh, everybody else getting some. What's wrong with me? Okay. Why am I not getting any? It's triggering something for him to crash out like this. Is it rejection? some rejection trauma from childhood, that abandonments, all of that balled up right here. Rejection, trauma, abandonment. But I feel like if we see them go down the aisle and she says yes, she's gonna be mothering him. He's gonna become a burden. It's either that or they're gonna get married. She say yes in a year, because it's gonna be a year from when this first happened to the actual reunion. He gonna go through a glow up. The black woman glow up. And is that something we really want to see? That she had to pour all this into him becoming swaggier? I don't know. I really don't know if I really want to see that. Another black woman putting in all this effort and time. Is that going to be poured into me? Is that going to be reciprocated? Okay. But watching them is exhausting. It's just like you crying again over some sex. Okay. If you really want some, like you can go back home and get something from somebody. But is that what you came here for? Or did you come here for a relationship? I think you came here more for a marriage. But your actions are showing me you came here just for a relationship. And that's a difference. I think she is here for marriage and he is here for a relationship. The foundation of a marriage, he's not ready for. Okay. And the other side of it is that, is KB ignoring? Are they red flags? Are they yellow? There are some green. He does seem to love her. Is it love or is it care? I don't even know about that no more. He seems to genuinely care for her, um, really want to be with her. Is that enough to look past the other things? The iceberg in the distance, okay, that this ship is going towards. But no, 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 I want better. I want better for her. I want better for him too. I just want him to do some work on himself to see that the way he's functioning is not in a way that's going to be conducive to a healthy relationship. I want to see him work through the abandonment trauma, the rejection trauma that is still at the surface, that is still there from childhood. I want to know more about also his relationship with friends. Does he have any siblings he's in contact with? How was the family who raised him? How did they raise him? Were they a black family? Was it another transracial adoption? I want to learn more about him. And I just don't want to see this be like we see all these seasons of black women putting in so much work, so much energy into their partners, only for it to not go anywhere. Okay? Only for it to not go anywhere. But I'm tired, y'all. I'm already tired of watching it. It ain't even my clients. Okay? Ain't even my clients. And I'm already tired. But I want to know what you guys think. Is there room here for growth? Do we grow together? Do we grow together? Okay, or is it time for me to dip on out? But looking at the preview, we are gonna get to a wedding. He gonna be standing up there and we gonna see if they say I do. All right. Now I know she also did a podcast with Amber. Is it too soon though? Can we get through the episodes before we have the podcast start coming out? That could have waited. We could have waited for that. But let me know if y'all want me to watch it and kind of like go through it from a therapist perspective. But I just feel like it's a little bit too soon for AB to be interviewing people. Let us get through all the episodes. Okay. And then maybe before we get to the reunion, start coming out with that stuff. Okay. But of course, hit that like if you got to the end of this video. Put some purple hearts in the chat for me. Okay, baby girl. And we got some more couples to talk about. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. See ya.